Welcome to this week's video email, designing music sessions so that no one has to ask to belong. I've recently been thinking a lot about universal design. It sounds technical, architectural, and a long way removed from sticky hands and carpet time. But the more I've thought about it, the more I've realised that in sharing music with young children, we're already brushing up against it every day. Universal design, in its simplest sense, means designing something so that as many people as possible can use it without needing to request special adjustments later. A ramp isn't only for one type of body. Subtitles aren't only for one type of listener. Automatic doors don't only help one type of user. Good design quietly widens the doorway, which is important, because in music sessions with very young children, the doorway can sometimes be narrower than we realise. Everyone stand up. Everyone clap like this. Everyone sing. Most children will, some won't, a few can't. And one or two are already learning something about themselves at that moment. Not about rhythm or music, but about belonging. To be specific, I've been thinking of a child in one of my EYFS settings who never sang during our hello song, just never. But she was always there, moving some part of her body in time with the pulse, perfectly in time and completely present. It probably took me longer than it should have for me to notice that I'd been measuring participation through volume, through voice and through visibility. I began naming what I could see. I can see some very steady pulses today, and she almost smiled as she registered my observation. Nothing about her activity changed, just my perception of what really mattered. And this is exactly where universal design begins to feel less like architecture and more like mindset. When we think about universal design in music with young children, it shouldn't primarily be about creating separate adaptations for specific children. It's about asking from the beginning, is there more than one way to take part? Could this song be sung, chanted, signed or tapped? Done big, small, seated or standing? Joined immediately or listened to first? Could participation include watching, echoing one word, holding the pulse quietly on knees perhaps? When flexibility is built in from the start, something shifts. No child has to declare a need and no adult has to make a visible adjustment. The access is simply there. And from a diversity, equity and inclusivity perspective, this matters deeply. Because when access is added on, it subtly suggests that some children are deviations from the norm. When access is embedded, it suggests something entirely different. But difference in response is expected. I think that's why this concept has resonated with me so much. In early childhood, we're not just teaching musical skills, we're shaping children's internal narratives about participation. Do I have to change myself to fit in this space? Or was this space designed with someone like me in mind? So perhaps this week's reflection point for us should simply be, how many doorways are you creating, and could you possibly widen them just a little more? Many thanks for watching and see you next week.